It's Sunday, it's Father's Day. Make sure you thank all the dads out there, especially your dad, of course. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if you thanked other people's dads and then you didn't thank your dad, you know what I mean? Anyway, very busy day today, lots of family stuff going on. Remember Matt? We're starting off this very busy day speaking to a large group of kids. And this is the information, which I haven't read yet at all. She'll be awesome. Just got home, time to have a party.
Me and Seth are taking a break from the Father's Day festivities to go for a little bit of a walk. It's really sunny, but it's a nice day. All right, here you go. Enjoy. Alright guys, so I have work tomorrow and I have a lot of work that I have to do now because I work a long shift tomorrow starting at 5:45 a.m. So I'm going to be waking up around 4:30. I want to have a little bit of time to relax this evening, so it's about 6 o'clock right now. I need to get to work so I can get everything done and have a little bit of time to spend relaxing. Okay guys, so I've been having a few issues with my phone recently. This is an iPhone 5C and I got it about 2 years ago. And for the most part, I've really liked it. It's a very cheap alternative to the 5 and the 5S. I really actually enjoy the way the plastic looks and feels. And all around it's a nice phone. It's got a nice weight to it and it is actually more durable than most iPhones are because it has plastic on the back. But it is almost 2 full years old and I don't really abuse it. I always keep it in a case. Typically I have more of a case than that. I've been keeping it in an OtterBox commuter case for most of its life, but I have been having a ton of issues with this thing. Most of the features work perfectly fine, but I've been having problems such as not getting messages. My battery life is absolutely horrible. I'm not the kind of person to leave things charging after they've already hit 100%. And the battery life is something that's annoying, but some of the issues I'm having are a lot bigger than that. Not getting text messages and iMessages. This thing vibrates, even when I don't have it on vibrate. I always keep it on vibrate just because I just don't like hearing noises all the time, especially if I'm part of a group chat or something on Facebook. I hate having all the noises going off all the time, so I like to keep it on vibrate all the time. But even when it's not on vibrate, which has happened a few times because when I push this case on, it actually pushes the vibrate thing and I don't always notice. This thing will vibrate all the time for no reason. I'll check it and there'll be nothing and it's quite frustrating. And that even happens when I unlock my phone. I'll still be getting the vibrations even if I'm in a conversation or if I have an app open at the time. I've been having a few other problems such as the camera not focusing on things or the camera image being noisy even during the daytime. It's also been really slow and laggy and I've been making sure to turn off my apps and close them after I'm done, and I shut my phone off. And something that most people have suggested to me at this point is that my storage is probably almost full. Now I have about 2 gigabytes of free space that I like to keep at all times. I just want to clarify, I'm not considering going away from iPhone. I've talked about it before, I'm a huge fan of Apple products, especially the iPhone and the MacBook, and I'm not planning on leaving Apple in terms of phones. I really like the 5C. I wish there was another version of it because I honestly love the way this phone looks and feels. I like everything about it except the fact that it's getting old and is starting to have major problems. I've been looking at the new iPhone 5 SE. I'm not quite sure about it though. I haven't really done a lot of research into it, so if you do know about it, feel free to hit me up and tell me what you think. I'm probably not going to get a 6 because they're kind of expensive and I don't really have money for that. Also, they're really big, and I like that this is big for a phone, but it's not huge. And actually, compared to the 6, this is quite small. As a friend of mine put it yesterday, I don't want to be holding a Pop-Tart up to my face every time I have to talk. I love my iPhone. It just doesn't always love me back.
I'm off for a little walk. I'm going down to the dam to do some photography. I would ride my skateboard down here, but as you can see, the pavement just ended. And it's pretty rough. No way you could skate on this. Which is a shame, because I love coming down here and that a bug just went straight into my eyeball. No. Maybe this was a mistake. I literally just got chased by this skunk right here. Oh, it's gonna spray. Oh shoot. I literally just got chased like a quarter mile by a really angry skunk. And I looked down and it was right in front of me. It was like 3 feet away. I was like, oh shoot, please. But it didn't turn around until I started backing off. I thought, yeah, it's fine. He's just chilling, no big deal. And he turned around, dude. He chased me for so long. I'm on my way back home right now. This has been the worst nature walk of my entire life, I'm telling you. Started out, a bug fly in my eyeball on the way here, and it wasn't just like a fly. If you live in the city, you might not know what this is, but we have horse flies and deer flies around here, and they're both really nasty, and it flew directly into my eyeball. And like into my mouth and into my ear and into my nose and I was gonna do my nice time lapse at the dam back there, and then there were people fishing. So I decided to go back up onto the hill where I snowboard at, and there was a skunk and it almost sprayed me and it chased me for a long time. And then I finally got my time lapse all set up, and I was standing next to my camera on the side of the road, and it's a dirt road obviously, and a Jeep was coming by, and I waved, and the guy looked right at me, and he didn't slow down, and the dust covered me. I was coughing. What a nice guy, huh? I love when people wave back, and when they also are courteous. But all things considered, it's been a really good day. The weather today has been awesome. For the person who said that I complain about the weather too much and I take it for granted, I don't complain about very many things in life. And people who know me will know that if I do complain about something, I'm really kind of joking about it, especially something like the weather. And obviously I appreciate this warm weather that we're having. People in Michigan appreciate the warm weather more than most people do, I feel like, because we have it so cold most of the year. I just thought I would address that really quick.